Hi everybody. We're coming live here in Intuitive Angel Messages. I'm going to be channeling the goddess Kali today. And she was chatting away with me earlier today, and she's a force to be reckoned with. She's very direct, straight to the point. And then this afternoon, the last couple hours, I'm just totally chilled out. So I feel very relaxed right now. And I think that Spirit's helping me to relax because, channeling Kali is going to be, is Kali. So the last week, you know what I've been seeing in my head? She's been putting the image of, when the Maori people in New Zealand, they do that facial, with the tongue sticking out. I'm not doing it justice there, but that's what I've been seeing in my mind. And I'm like, oh, that's definitely going to be Kali. Uh-oh. So we're coming live in Intuitive Angel Messages. And I also have my new business page set up under Kristen Davies on Facebook. So you can come and check me out there, or you can come and see me in Intuitive Angel Messages. And of course, you can check out all the contact information in the description bar below the video. So yeah, I'm pretty chill and relaxed. And I think Spirit's doing that on purpose just to help ground me out before I start to channel Kali. Hi, everybody. So, yeah, sometimes like for an hour she was chatting with me. And for a brief moment in my mind, I could see... she gave me a glimpse of what she looks like. I think that what she was doing is putting that in my mind, and of course I've seen the Maori people. I know that this is something that is a part of their culture, and so that's comfortable to me. If I had seen Kali doing that, that might have kind of like, what is that? So I got a brief glimpse of her today in my mind, and she's like a dark blue color. Her tongue is bright red, and her eyes are they're fierce. So this is a different goddess than what we're used to. Let's put it that way. So I'm just going to read a little bit up on Kali because there's going to be some people out there that aren't aware of Kali, and then other people know everything about Kali. So that's what I'll look up first. So this energy of Kali, she was talking away to me, and she, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's like she going like this, and I saw like flames coming out of her nose, out of her nostrils, and I was like, okay. So then, of course, after that hour-long conversation with the flames and the tongue and the just the intense eyes, she's a straight shooter, man. Whoa, she doesn't beat around the bush, let me tell you that. And so after that, I think Spirit decided to calm me down and ground me out. So I'm pretty chill, but I think I need to be chill with what's coming my way, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm just going to read up a little bit about Kali. So everybody, and hopefully I'm, what I wanted to do in September was the Goddess Month in Intuitive Angel Messages. I wanted to do something where we could bring in the divine feminine and the feminine energy and the goddess energy. I have a deck of goddess cards, and I absolutely love them. So when I was going through the goddess cards, I was looking at which goddess do I feel pulled towards, and I put up a total, I think, of 7 or 8, and then I put a poll in the group, and each of you voted on who you wanted to see me channel. So Kali came in second. Next week on Sunday, I'm doing Kuan Yin. I personally was rooting for Kuan Yin, but I was also drawn to one other. After Kuan Yin, the following week, we're going to be doing Bridget from a Celtic goddess, right? So here we have, she's starting up already. uh, sorry, she's feisty. So we have here Kali. So just to read a little bit up on Kali in case anybody else does, wants to learn some information on her. This will be like the first time I'm actually reading any information on her. She's a Hindu goddess. She is a destroyer of evil forces. That's pretty intense, isn't it? Wow. She's been worshipped by devotional movements and tantric sects as variously as the divine mother or mother of the universe. Let's see what else they say. She is also seen as a divine protector and is one who bestows the moksha or liberation. She's often portrayed as standing or dancing in her consort and the Hindu god Shiva. And, she has multiple arms. She likes to stick her tongue out. She has intense eyes. They often are describing her as dark blue in color, which I just see as like, oh yeah, that's nice reading that online. People, mention that. But for me personally, it will always come down to how this energy presents itself to me. So when I got a glimpse of her today with the dark blue skin and the red tongue and her eyes so fierce, I was like, okay, I'm in for it today, Kelly. I'm saying that for Kelly because I was telling her earlier, I'm like, whew, we're coming in hot today. We're coming in hot. Okay, so she's also a goddess that helps you let go of that which is no longer needed, right? So if you got some stuff that you want to let go of and you don't want it anymore, you just hand it off to her. She will definitely help you with that. Let's see here. Let's see now how she would like to come across and portray herself, and we'll go off to the races. Okay, so the first thing she's doing is this. So she's doing that right in your face, and now she's saying hello, everyone. All smooth. Oh God, help me. She told me earlier she's going to put me through the paces today, so I'm prepared. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and relay what she's saying. Oof, she's all like, it's nice to be here with each of you. Fierce and like up in your face. Okay? She's saying, yes, I'm the one you call upon when you want to let go of that which is no longer needed. I'm also the one you will call upon to, as you say, give it to you straight. Yeah, so she's saying, I have a saying that I say, you're not beating around the bush. So she ain't going to beat around the bush with you. She isn't going to do the fluffy foo-foo thing. She was actually saying that to me earlier. Like, she isn't going to give you the angel's approach or a high, ascended master. No. She's going to give it to you straight. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. And now she's all calm about it, and she's just saying, yes, I will. I'm like, okie doke. Okay, so let's see what else she's coming through with. Okay. She's shifting gears, so I'm just following her lead. She's showing herself to me now, how she's presenting herself. So she's explaining to me that she gave me the Maori warrior with the like this because that was easier for me to interpret in my mind, and not, she didn't want to like throw me off a bit. I would go, oh yeah, okay, that must be Kali putting that in my head with the tongue, because what she's showing me now is uh, pretty, how do you explain that? um, mm, yeah, it's like, I want to say the word seductress. Like it's like really intense. It's like in your face, and she's like, like painted in blue with her tongue, and her eyes are really intense. Hmm. So, she's not going to come at me right like that a week ago. She's going to do steps that are more comfortable for me. Now she's throwing it in my face, though, because I'm obviously more comfortable with this. Okay, so her eyes are like pretty dark. They're almost black. I would say black or a dark chestnut brown. um, and she's looking at me like she can take anything. Like how do you want to describe it yourself? Hmm. She's like seductress with a warrior type personality. She knows that many worship her, and she honors those who worship her. She honors them. She honors them. If you don't want to worship her, that's okay. You can just talk to her. She prefers you just talk to her. That's what she's saying. Just talk to me. I'll hear you. Yeah, she was, so she's talking to me about like what we were talking about earlier today. And like I wasn't asking for the guidance, peeps. I was just like saying, just chatting away to her, and she just goes right in. And she just starts straight shooting it at me. And I'm like, okay. I said, boy, your energy's pretty earthy, Callie. And she goes, a little bit below the earth's crust. Okay. I was like, okay then. She doesn't mind speaking the truth. And she doesn't mind speaking the truth to the point where it would make some uncomfortable. She's okay with that. And that's what today is going to be all about. Okay. So let's just see what else is coming through here. Okay, so she's showing me all of her arms. There's a lot of them. And I'm not accustomed to seeing this. I'm used to seeing somebody with two arms. Okay, so she's giving me like a pull-out pan view of her, like as if I'm sitting and I'm looking at her. And, okay. She wants to talk to all the women. Okay? She wants to talk to all the women. You want to come in a little louder with this? She's panned me out, so I'm like looking at her from a little bit more of a distance. So now she's going to zoom me in. Okay? Yeah, that sounds great. I'm ready. So I'm looking off like this because I'm looking in my mind at what she's showing me, and now I'm zoomed up right on her face. All of you women need to step up to the plate from all over the world. She doesn't care what your religion is. She doesn't care what your belief systems are. She doesn't care what you think to, what you believe, what you think is real or not real. You need to step up. It's time to step up. Step up to the plate. She says, as Kristen says, it's go time. Ooh. She's throwing some choice words in my head, and I'm like, okay. She's like, those of you that are being like passive aggressive, you're sitting back on your laurels, you're being more quiet than assertive, those days are over now. Did anybody tell you? Has anybody told you that yet? Those days are over now. Those days are over. And that goes for the men too. She's like, I feel like I'm lit up. I can see why Spirit calmed me down, because now I'm getting lit up inside. Like I'm getting feisty with her. Like I'm taking on her feisty kind of demeanor. And she's talking about, like, if you're being suppressed, if you're being bullied, if you're being treated, or she's saying mistreated, treated poorly or mistreated, that, I'm just saying what she just said there. Okay, that has to stop. She's correcting me. That shit has to stop. That has to stop. It's time for that to stop. And who's going to stop it? You are. You are. You're going to stop it. So step up to the plate, voice yourselves, and don't back down. Don't back down and be passive aggressive and back away and hide. Don't be silent. Speak up. Speak up for yourselves. She's talking about, like, the days of, being stuck in the trenches. Okay? Enabling others, babying others, putting up with others. Those days are over. Oh, she's like, women love to enable. They love it. They'd rather sit back and be quiet than speak up for themselves. It's easier that way, isn't it? She's saying, yeah, Kristen was subdued by Spirit and grounded extra before I came in today. So that she could get my message loud and clear throughout her to each of you. Oof. Now she's blowing flames out of her nostrils again. And she's like, and she's out of her nostrils. That's what I'm seeing. She's like, I'm giving you a visualization of how frustrated I am watching each of you women sitting back. Sitting back. Get up. You don't like something, you don't like the way you're being treated, do something about it. She's talking about, like, a lot of people, men and women, they'd rather just sit back and, like, whine and complain about how they're being treated and the problems of, maybe they're being bullied or maybe they're being mistreated or suppressed, but they don't do anything about it. That frustrates her. The fact that you sit there and complain about it, but you don't do a damn thing about it. Now I gotta come down. You can see how red my face is getting. Whew. She goes, that's my pep talk for the day. Now she's laughing her head off. She's like laughing like this. Like that. She says, I told you I don't hold back. All right. She wants to talk about what is her role going to be here with each of us on the planet moving forward. The heavy weight. She's talking like this, like she's here to move some mountains. She's here to make some changes. She's literally continuing to do this. That's why I'm doing it. she's talking about, like, she doesn't beat around the bush. So if you want to call her into your life and you want her to help you, she will do this. What she'll do is light the flame. She wants me to do this. Light the flame up under you to get the changes happening in your life. You want to take the slow route, the slow path, or you want to make things happen. Many of you have been on the slow path, the slow route for some time now. I've been watching you. She almost wants to fall asleep. So let's do it the quicker route, shall we? Call me in and I'll light the flame up under you. She's talking about really lighting the flame up under your ass, basically. Because this passive, enabling, meek way of being is old. It's old news. She says she knows that this chat with you is somewhat uncomfortable, but so many of you need it. Okay. She's ready to help move some mountains here with the populace. If you need her and you want her, call on her. Okay. She says, I guess I'm ready for some questions. That's how she's saying it. I guess I'm ready for some questions. Make them good ones. That's what she's saying. Okay? Okay. Whew. When you see her in your mind's eye, it's a bit intense. Yeah. All right. So, what are some specific questions that you have for her? Make them good. Okay? That's what she's wanting, and I want the questions to be more specific personally because I get more specific guidance. Okay? So Katya says, will I be dating someone? Or is it best to go solo? She's talking about this, going inward, self-love. That's what's needed. She says you're in the process of still finding yourself. And that's going to take a little bit more time. So if you go dating someone right now, it's going to be bumpy. It's going to be bumpy. So make it a smoother partnership, relationship by focusing inward and focusing on self-love first. She says, once you got that, once you truly love yourself, then go and find someone to date. And she's saying even that once you love yourself, the law of attraction will kick in and you'll attract in the right partner that also loves himself, and it'll be a high vibrational union. Or she says, or bare minimum, somebody that will treat you good. Okay. Do you have any messages for Philome? Oh my goodness. Wow. Tell her I bow to her. Tell her I bow to her. That is all. I honor her and the work that she is doing. Hey, Bernadette, she kind of frightens me a little bit too. I'm not saying to be fearful of her, but if you want to do the work and you're ready to be lit up, this is who you're going to call in. I'm actually like wow, oh, surprised and shocked a little bit, and then I'm a little bit amused a bit, but I'm not taking it lightly. I know that she's someone that you would take very seriously, so don't think I take that lightly. Oh, she's sassy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so Christina Kidd wants to know, what do you see next on the step of her path? Self-love. Going within. Inner work. Releasing that which is no longer needed. Making room for more of the light to come forth into your being. Penetrate into your being and fill you up. Many of you need this. Self-love, inner work, do the work, release that which is no longer needed. She goes, go ahead and explain that to them like you do often. What's inner work? What's releasing that which is no longer needed? It is being aware of the thoughts that are housed in your mind, releasing the old thought patterns and belief systems that you house, and all that old trauma and or stress in your life that you house energetically within your body. You start to bring it up to the surface and let it go. You hand it off to your angels. You hand this trauma off to your team. You tell God, I'm ready to transmute that which is no longer needed. Let's go. Let's make more room for more light. Let's release the density so that more light can, as she says, penetrate. Okay? So I'm going for very specific questions, and that's where I'll move to next. Karen has an opportunity to be interviewed about what is there to think about, she says. Holy cow, she's so fired up. I'm getting fired up. I'm on freaking fire right now. Karen, what is there to think about? Spread the light. Get the light out there. Talk to as many who come to you for an interview as possible. Get your face onto camera. Show them the way. Show them the way. She's saying similar or like this one. There's no time to sit back. There's no time to sit back. Oh my God. Oh my God. So Katya, the answer is no. It's about self-love and going within. Am I right? Yes. Oh, that's a great question, Jason. Is your energy or your spirit currently incarnated in a body here on Earth? No. No, it's not. She says, I'm going to be too busy over here on this side. She's going to be really busy. Shaping up each of you, she says. She's almost like, like we're the little kids, and she's got me by the ear, and she's just going to show me the way. She's going to show me the way. Like, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. That's what she's showing me. And she'll be here to do this with us for as long as it takes. My God. Isis, I was freezing cold. Kali, I'm on fire. Yes, I did just slap myself a few times, but I'm seriously on fire. All right, you want to give some straight talk to Belinda? She says no because she's heard it all before. She knows what she needs to do. That's what she's saying. Step forward. Step forward. Step forward into the light. Show them the way. Show them the way. Okay, she wants to talk about, often spirit will call me a way shower. That's their wording for me. She says the only difference between what they call me as being a way shower, and any of you, is that I step forward into the light, meaning I'll step forward onto camera. I will step forward and do things that maybe others would deem, too much for them, or they're too worried to do these things. Whereas, Spirit puts me on the spot multiple times over, and I just kind of go with the flow in the moment. I know that this isn't even, like, September, from what Spirit tells me, is the beginning of big changes occurring. So up until this point, I've just really done what they've asked of me, and it's just like little increments, right? So you can only imagine what is going to be asked of me moving forward in the year to come, and then the year after that, and the year after that. So then I will have to determine where my comfort level is and what I'm able or willing to do. But part of me thinks, when you're in the moment on camera, they just kind of tip you in off the deep end and let you sort it out in the moment on camera, and you just do it. So, and they're talking about like certain things are going to come to me, like certain projects, certain things will come my way, and Spirit will guide it to me, and then I'll have to determine if I'm willing to, because there will be fear involved. Don't think that there won't be, but everything that I'll want is on the other side of that wall of fear. So then I'll have to determine whether or not I'm going to do it. Likely I'll do it, though. I'll just be honest, and they know that too. So that's why they'll throw me in. So the only difference between, she says, she's putting me back on track here. The only difference between myself and any of you is that I face the fear and I do it anyways. That's it. So face the fear, step into the limelight, step into the light, show others the way. And then we too will then, she says, we too, meaning her and others in Spirit, will call you a way shower. That will be your new name. I love it. Okay. So Randay, I see your question. You want to be a little bit more specific, and pop it down below. I'm not going to go into political stuff, so I see enough. I literally go and spend time with my friends, and all they talk about is political stuff, and it's just nonstop. And so yeah. Okay, so Danny wants to know what is her spiritual gift, and should she be using it right away. She knows about what you're speaking of. Okay. Boy, she's giving me so much information within seconds here. She feels as though it's best to hold back and wait. Because there's going to be a lot of other changes unfolding in your life within you and within your life experience that will alter this. And this is not the path for you. So it's interesting to glean from and learn from, but this is not the path in which is best for you to walk forward on. Okay? So if you want to find a better job, ask, I want to find a better job. I want to find a better job now, please. Can you guide me to a high vibrational, awesome job that pays really good? This or something better, please. Kali, this or something better, please, because she might see something better. So Sally is feeling stuck. So what should she, what's the next best step? Sally, you might not like this, but this is what she's saying. Put yourself into uncomfortable situations. Anybody who's feeling stuck or stagnant, step forth and put yourself into really uncomfortable situations. So, offer, like you can even start small, like you start she's talking about like simple things like offering your friends and family angel card readings, or you know, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations with other people and other situations in your life. Whatever you are fearful of, she wants you to face it and then walk into the flames. That's what she's saying. And she's showing the flames of fear, and then she's showing you just walking right into it. Because that's what she'd do. She'd just walk right into the flames. Now she's laughing her head off. Okay. So Brenda Lee wants to know if she should leave the relationship she's in right now. She's going like this. Whatever decision you make sure it comes from your heart center rather than your mind. That's all she's going to say with this, because this is your free will decision, and it's within your free will parameter here on earth. So you will make that decision. But if it feels right and your internal guidance system is repeatedly guiding you in a certain direction, that's your answer. Okay. Ah, you're Jacqueline. I love your question. Seriously. So I don't know if you're asking the right goddess here on that one. You're going to get it. So often, Jacqueline says, we're encouraged to keep the peace, take the high road, bless others, release them when we're frustrated, forgive them, right? When is it the appropriate time to say, screw the high road, I'm done with feeling taken for granted, and hear me roar? Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so she says sometimes Spirit is guiding you to help someone. And you're meant to do that. That is your purpose for a time. Some of you drag it out way too long. So you stick by these people while they treat you a certain way, and you don't get as much out of the union, whether it be friendship or relationship, as the other person. So the other person is taking and you're giving. It will really come down to your internal guidance system, which is you connecting with your higher self, and your higher self and your team of angels guiding you in the moment, in each moment, letting you know when to call it quits. Even when you're in these moments, she says, you can still speak up, can you not? You can still use your words, can you not? You can voice how you feel, even in the midst of it, even in the trenches. Yes, taking the high road is what's the wording she's trying to use here? Yes, taking the high road is the high road. But if your internal guidance system is guiding you and saying, you know, I'm tired, I've had enough, and I'm done, then be done with it and move on. Ooh, she is so blunt. Ooh, all right. Okay. So Monica wants to know about her son and her husband's relationship and what should she do about it. Allow them to be as they choose. She says you could do this approach where you have a word with him and you come over here and have a word with him and you try to patch things up, or you try to make things smoother. You try to make more of a union work, but ultimately it's this person's free will and this person's free will. So allow them to be as they choose. She says actually the best thing that you can do for your son and your husband and or anyone is to pray for them at night. And then you will ask, and the energies, like their angels, your angels, everyone will then start to work behind the scene of your life to help them and help you and help that person and help to smooth things out a bit. Smooth things out. She's saying smooth things out or glue things back together. Or make things more closer. It may not be like kumbaya overnight, but it'll be closer. A little closer. Okay? Boy, I'm on fire. I am literally on fire. I knew I would be, but like seriously. So when you call her in, you're probably going to be on fire. So Christina's feeling a little bit blocked in regards to direct communication. Still mind, quiet mind. That's when the communication will occur. Practice a still mind. She's saying that your mind is like too overactive. So like any kind of substances or intense amounts of foods that are, or, you know, like if you're consuming a lot of foods that aren't good for you, that's not good for you if you want to communicate with spirit. Well, it's just not healthy for your body in general, she says. But many of you will ascend, and then these foods will drop away, and you just won't crave them anymore. But these foods and these substances, whether it's alcohol or weed, she really wants to highlight on weed, or any other drugs. She's like, good luck with that. For those of you that are not tuned into spirit. For those of you that already are tuned into spirit, you're just treating your body like a garbage can filled with trash and hindering your true potential of really connecting further. Okay, that was intense. Des, I love your question. Should I be more fierce or calm down? She says it depends on what vantage point you're looking at it from. She's doing that. That's why I'm doing that. Are you looking at it from the ego, or are you looking at it from the heart center? If you come from the heart space, you can be direct and assertive, and that would be a good thing. If you're coming from the ego, where you're irritated, frustrated, and have anger, simmer down. Cool down by grounding often, resting more, resting, retreating, meditating, quiet time. Come back into your body. Relax. Come to your heart center. Everything you want is right here from the heart center. You'll begin to distinguish between the heart and the ego, the mind. Anytime you feel frustrated, count to 10, cool down before you speak. Okay. Think, relax before you vocalize. Even if you walk away temporarily and then come back into it. That's what she's suggesting. Ooh, wow. Okay, so I know you guys have a lot of questions here, okay? But I'm really aiming for questions that are going to help all of us. And here we go. You know what I would suggest, Melanie? Sitting quietly in a quiet spot and practicing yes and no questions. I had this experience. Is this true, or was this the case? Is this what I experienced? Is there any truth to this? And you'll feel it in your body. So you ask a question and they'll answer right away. It's just a matter of us picking up on the answer coming in. So our job is just to relax. That's it. Let them do all the work. And if it feels tight and nauseous, that's a no. And if it's open, yes. Okay. Was Kim a warrior in her past life? Oh, yes. Kim, I think we all know that. Kali's like, oh, yes. Several times over. She says, look at that. She says, look at that fierceness in her green eyes. Whew. Many times. I see like horseback riding and like full on intensity with like a spear or a sword. It's really intense. Like an Amazon type woman. That's what I'm seeing. But there's many, many others. That's just one of many. I hear you, Catherine. I felt the same way with my cleaning company. I was done. It's like when you're done and then you're really, really, really done, but you were like done 4 years ago, kind of done. She's asking you to call on her. Okay, and your divine team of angels. And then we'll get some energy shifting and get you moving in a different direction. Get you out of this stagnant, kind of stuck energy. And then we'll get some changes happening. She says you could stay in that field of work for a lengthy period of time, but that wouldn't be good for you. So we need to shift the energy and start moving you in a different direction. Do you have any regrets at all? No. She says regrets are a 3D lower level perspective. And she doesn't regret anything. She says, what do you say? I don't even perceive what a regret is. Wow. Okay, so why isn't Steven getting a job? Because he's not meant to. So stop. Oh, she's so blunt. Okay, so stop with that questioning. Your every turn is being thwarted for a reason. Go with the flow. Go within. Release that which is no longer needed. That is all. Sorry, I don't mean to be laughing, Villanay, but I can't help myself. Oh, like I am on fire. Literally on fire. Oh, okay, so holy smokes. I'm going to move us down the line. Hi, guys. Okay. All right. So Tina wants to know, why has she not had any love interests in her life? She's been on her own for 20 years. It's almost like she's conversing with your team and she's getting the information before she relays the answer. So I'm just waiting here for a second because it's quiet and I can tell she's talking with somebody else. It's like you needed to go within, and you need to go, like you've been going within and it's been peaceful. There are moments where you would like a partner, but overall this has been good for you. Sometimes when you're alone for lengthy periods of time, it's actually a good thing, and it can be very healing. And so this is actually a good thing. Now, she says, for the length of time in which you are to be alone, that's what she wants to talk about. She's saying, call me forth. Call me forth. And I will start to help shift your vibrational frequency, shift your energy, and start moving you. She says, like lighting up under you and start moving you in a different direction. Some of what I will be helping you with might be uncomfortable for you. She's just letting you know that. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty vague, Norma. I'll try, but it's kind of like, who are we talking about? We're talking about a situation we don't know, and you just want to know if your friend should remain. She's just laughing. Sometimes, remaining silent, is that a good thing? Or should she speak up? She's like this. Who are we talking about? She's saying speaking up is best. I don't know about any of you guys, this is me talking, but there's a time where I'm not going to go and like say this, that, or the other, or how I feel. But can I do that forever? No way. Not the indigo in me, no way. So there'll be a time where I know where I'm to keep more silent, but I'm processing, and then I'm not going to sit quiet forever. So ultimately, inevitably, you've got to speak up and communicate. Yeah. You know what's wild is I was thinking about Pele, and I know Callie's different than Pele, but I felt like Callie also was like overseeing the islands, and it's weird. I know it wasn't Pele, but I'm just gonna see what she says. What is the difference, or like the energy between you and Pele? Different. We are two different energies, but we are both fiery. She's also very close to certain, she feels close, she admires the Maori people. She's really talking about the Maori people here. But she, what is she trying to show me? She doesn't want that to take away from the other connections that she has with other people globally. She likes the fierceness, you see. She likes the fierceness, the stepping up. That's what she likes. Being submissive and meek is over now. Being silent and passive aggressive and sitting back is over now. You see, when she says that, I'm feeling the fire in her, and I'm lighting up on fire. Whew. Okay, so Carol wants to know, is her light working path to be a healer or an artist? Oh, the art is a must. I'm just getting strong art. But the healing is a nice, it's also a creative outlet. It's creative. And it's something that you would do for enjoyment as well. But the art is on point. Like that's the path. Now she's talking from a vantage point of, doing it for a career. She's not talking about it as far as talking about it from a career path. She's talking about it from an outlet, energetic or an energy outlet. What you enjoy, what you thrive doing, what you feel you're meant to be doing, your purpose, part of your purpose. That's the vantage point which she's speaking of. Whew. Seriously. I don't know how much longer I can channel her because I'm on fire. I think when she's bowing down to you, Philomé, that's an indicator. She's saying fears and doubts are temporary. One step in front of the other. She says one step in front of the other, taking consistent action steps can move mountains, can they not? She's just showing me like blowing, almost like just not even moving the mountain, but just like blowing it up and like, here I come. Like that. That's what you're gonna do. She says she realizes that this purpose is a great one. But if you can pull this off in this lifetime, it will be monumental. And she says as far as pulling it off, you've got a huge amount of support on the other side helping you. So you won't be doing this alone. She says, and the support here too. Isn't that right, Kristen? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, so I'm just going to see if she has any other, things that she would like to say, because I can't take it much longer. I'm flaming up. She says, no, pretty much what I said earlier. It's all about treating your bodies better. Treat your bodies better. And release that which is no longer needed. And you women, oh my God, she's really stirring the pot here. She goes, and you women, you inferior race. And then she's just laughing her head off. And she's sticking her red tongue out. Like that. And she's saying, it's time to rise above that which you've been taught from previous generations. There's no time to waste. Move forward in this direction. Call me forth and ask me to help you. I will light the flame up under you. As Kristen says, let's do this shit. That's the saying I say, but she knows the oomph is behind it, right? Let's do this. Mm-hmm. Now she's sending her love. Well, that was immense. I will see you guys mañana, and I will see you next Sunday when we channel Kuan Yin. Now she's just fully giving the eyes and sticking her tongue out again. Love you guys.